choosing 97.5, a Hot Like Pepper multicultural radio as your radio of choice. Yes, so we are broadcasting to you live from Couva in central Trinidad, described as the energy capital of the Trinidad and Tobago. We are at Exchange Lots to be exact. Good morning to our neighbors here. Good morning to all the fire officers attached to the Couva fire station. Good morning to the Trinidad and Tobago police officers attached to the Couva police station, to the market vendors, and all those of you who are hearing our broadcast here this morning. Very special welcome to our international audience streaming live with us. Good morning, and welcome to the most interactive morning talk show on the airwaves of Trinidad and Tobago with yours truly, Kenwood Juggernaut. And yes, I'll be taking you until the hour of 9 this morning as we again look at some of the issues of the day, the challenges facing us here in Trinidad and Tobago, and discuss with you these very same matters indeed. Part of our mandate here at 975, although we understand the challenges facing us, we also look for suggestions as to how best we can move Trinidad and Tobago forward. That is to say, to build capacity for our country. 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper. But first, let's take a look now at some of the stories as published in today's edition of the Newsday newspaper. Today is Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020. And in today's edition, well, it's 48 pages in total. In today's edition, a very graphic photograph indeed, showing a contingent of police officers after they raided a house and arrested 9 people, including a soldier, for a Susu fraud scheme. Now that story was aired last night, and I'm sure it would have raised the eyebrows of many people. Chief Justice describes ugly situation with ex-chief magistrate. According to the Chief Justice, quote, "I lost trust in her." Now the details you can catch on page 3 of today's edition of the Newsday newspaper. Just let me share these paragraphs with you. Chief Justice Ivor Archie on Tuesday said, had former Chief Magistrate Marcia Ayers Caesar been truthful about the number of unfinished cases she left behind before being sworn in as a puisne judge, she would not have been in the position she is in today. He also insisted Ayers Caesar consented to resigning as a judge 2 weeks after being sworn in and accepted responsibility to resolve her unfinished matters by returning to the magistracy to finish her work. Now that story, as I said, the details you can read on page 3 of today's edition of the Newsday newspaper. Opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa slams the Prime Minister over state of Trinidad and Tobago. The banner headline said, "Rowley busy looking for peacock." Opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa said she was outraged that the Prime Minister was looking for a missing peacock from his farm in Tobago while students are without laptops. She was speaking during a virtual meeting on Monday. Remember, my good friend and I, Brian, we would have spoken about this yesterday. Well, it was Brian who alerted me to this matter. Fire sale of state assets are coming. Opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa said government is planning to have a fire sale of state assets. She said it was not a seller's market, but a buyer's market, and predicted these assets will be sold to government's friends, family, and financiers. And in a related story published in today's edition of the Newsday newspaper, UNC leader welcomes challengers. Yes, opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa has thrown down the gauntlet, saying she is not afraid of any internal challenge to her position as political leader of the party. She made her position clear on Monday night during the UNC's virtual report. That story on page 4, today's edition of the Newsday newspaper. Now, this is a big story that would have been on the lips of most people yesterday evening. Money hidden in tank ceiling, 9 held in Susu raid. A month after police warned the public to be wary of a growing trend of pyramid schemes in this country, also called Susu schemes, 9 people, including a member of the defense force, were held and a large quantity of cash seized by police after a raid at a house in La Hoqueta on Tuesday afternoon. Interesting story. Gunmen attempt to kidnap young woman. The screams for help from an 18-year-old university student echoed through the village of Limefruit Road in Freeport early Monday morning as a mass gunman attempted to kidnap her. Minutes earlier, the man invaded the teen's home where they tied up her parents, beat, and then robbed them of cash and jewelry. You see, I've been saying this for the longest while now. Our focus, our energies seems to be on government's fight against COVID-19, and rightly so. But the wave of criminality continues in Trinidad and Tobago. And I think this was a matter which was raised by the Couva South Member of Parliament, Rudy Inder Singh, in a post on social media. So yes, the wave of criminality continues in Trinidad and Tobago. Wife of a murdered man seeks answers. Shortage of syringes in Tobago. Those are about some of the stories, as I said, published in today's edition of the Newsday newspaper. Member of Parliament for Shogunas, that should be Shogunas South, Dinesh Rambali. Well, he has written to the government. Shogunas suffering from flooding. Shogunas West MP Dinesh Rambali has called on the Ministry of Works and Transport to adequately address drainage issues in the area following Saturday's flash flooding, which not only affected central Trinidad but other parts of the country. It's something which we would have spoken about on a number of times on this program. I remember I would have had conversation with former Mayor Gopal Budan on this matter. Oilfield Workers Trade Union, some NP trucks lack emergency brakes. Yes, the Oilfield Workers Trade Union First Vice President Ricky Benny alleged that MP fuel trucks could pose a hazard to public safety due to a lack of emergency brakes to supplement their normal brakes. And yes, this story: pay your bill, get a free light bulb. Now, yesterday I raised a question, and no one could have actually clear up the matter with me, and well, I'll continue with that trend again this morning concerning getting this quote-unquote measure from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission. The first recipient of the LED bulb distribution program received free bulbs at Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission offices on Tuesday after they made a payment on their account. So my question is, if the account is not in your name, the bill is not in your name, but you have been servicing the bill for the longest while, that is the electricity bill, are you still entitled, or will you still be afforded this measure, that is the free LED bulbs? It's just a question I'm asking. Maybe somebody outside here can share some more information with me. All right, Minister Young, 48,000 passports are ready, saying the Immigration Division has cleared its entire backlog of pending passport applications. Minister of National Security Stuart Young said 48,000 passports now await their applicants. He spoke on Tuesday at the Immigration Division head office in Government Campus Plaza in Port of Spain at the launch of the new passport delivery system to be offered by TT Post. With him were Chief Immigration Officer Charmaine Gandhi Andrews and TT Post Managing Director Francis Delpish. Now, it's a measure which I believe that the people of Trinidad and Tobago should welcome. You no longer have to go to these quote-unquote passport offices to collect your document. It will now be delivered into your post box, yes, by TT Post. A welcome measure indeed. Anyway, those are about some of the stories, as I said, published in today's edition of the Newsday newspaper. You can go outside there and purchase your copy of this publication this morning. It's available at all leading newsstands throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Well, in terms of some sporting news, United Trinidad and Tobago Football Association called last-minute meeting on eve of FIFA deadline. Remember, I spoke about this yesterday. Wallace's heart softens. Wallace, talking about here, is the president of the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, William Wallace. And yes, the Indian Premier League action continues today. And yesterday too, there was a very exciting game indeed. But we'll talk about that a bit later on. Stay with us here, 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper, the time in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. It's just about 24 minutes here past the hour of 6 o'clock. That time check came to you through the kind courtesy of Radio 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper. Well, I have a caller here on the line. Hello, good morning, and welcome to our show this morning. Good morning.
I opened the baton this morning, boy.
Yeah, you opened the baton. Yes, go ahead. What's on your mind, Bhuwani?
Well, let me say to the country, happy Republic Day tomorrow.
Yes.
And all the relax all the time and enjoy the music because the partner taking a rest.
Well, of course. Let me remind the listening audience, I will not be here tomorrow because of that public holiday. Yes, Republican status, and of course our DJs will be here dishing out some beautiful music for you during the entire day. All of our DJs will be here. Of course, note to Bhuwani, it's only local music.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's good, man. We have to. I mean, with the advent of things like Masala Bahara, local music really came to the fore.
But in today's program, part of the program today, I will use part of the format to deal with Republicanism because it's I'm sure as I will not be here tomorrow, so I want to deal with it today, okay?
And then it's something that I mean, we are Republic, but many people still do not understand. Only last night I was talking to a colleague from Guyana because their Republic status is a little different from ours. You know, and what she was telling me is that when Republicanism was introduced to Guyana, it was something similar, but after a while they changed it around to make sure that the president is part of the process and not just a rubber stamp. Right?
Yeah, I'm listening to you, Bhuwani. Go ahead. So what's on your mind this morning apart from that?
Well,
You went and collect your light bulbs, yes?
no boy. I was still looking to go. I ain't going in that room, fellow man. I think it might time when I have to go to Favorville. But yesterday, 3,000 people. I'm happy for them 3,000 people. That means that the they collect like money from 3,000 people, which is encouraging because of people.
So wait. Do you think, and you know me, I always have a very suspicious mind. Do you think that this measure was introduced to ensure that people pay their bills on time?
Not totally. I think part of the object was the energy saving concept.
Yeah, I know that.
Right? But maybe part of the incentive to save energy is to look to your bill. Simple talk. You understand? We are seeing 50 people to lose their jobs at we call the company are closing down now.
Well, there's a company called, I think it's Nutrien, yes? Yeah.
Nitrogen.
Yeah. That company, according to a report, well, it is a mark. Nutrien closes a local ammonia plant indefinitely. Yeah, so, but that's a broad word, indefinitely.
Well, I think it's 4 plants they have.
Yeah, but I think it's a Canadian-based company, yes.
Yeah. I think it's one of the 4 that closed.
Well, they did not outline as to what are the reasons why they are closing the plant indefinitely. But I guess it would have to do with some of the challenges that they are facing. Yeah. All right. What do you think about this brouhaha? Development between the Chief Justice Ivar Archie and former Chief Magistrate Marcia I.S. Caesar? It has certainly thrown the entire judicial system into throw it under the bus. I mean, if you do not have faith in your Chief Justice and those in the fraternity do not have the trust and faith in the Chief Justice, where are we going?
Yeah, what is amazing? Some of those stories. With WPC, you walk in the police for 4 years and they now find out that they had big CXC people.
Well, somebody need to be held accountable for this, you know.
Of course.
And it's only because of a report was made, somebody bust the mark that they investigated, you know.
Yeah. So, all of these things take time. There was a story for the pyramid.
Yes, sir. Boxes of dollars seized, boy. 9 arrested. Why as a people, as Trinidadians, we enjoy Well, I imagine most people would enjoy getting rich quickly, boy, without hard work. Huh?
That is part of the problem. That's part of our society. Before now, remember the big commercial houses, finance houses that we had in the 80s, which forced the government thereafter to introduce the deposit insurance company.
Yeah, I remember one called International Trust Company. Remember
Well,
that?
there was international trust, there was commercial finance, and there were quite a few others.
And let's
By-night organizations.
and let's don't forget the Hindu Credit Union.
Well, yeah.
All right, Bhavani. So what's else on your mind this morning? Yeah?
Well, cricket, of course, and well, the football. Oh,
Yeah, Trinidad and
somebody finally come to the senses.
Well, no. I am of the view because the periscope would have been on William Wallace because he would have adopted a tough stance. A tough stance. But having said that, to me, this is just that meeting held last time was just pure theatrics to give the impression that, well, you call a meeting and to give the impression rather that the membership would have decided on would have made a decision going forward. Right.
Well, it's a PR thing too. Because you want to show that you're wrong and you're strong. And now you have the stuff like what I done.
All right. There's another story. Passport pains is ready to issue 48,000 passports, boy.
Yeah.
From no, well, I would welcome this measure, Bhavani. I'll tell you why. Because sometimes you because of some of your challenges, health challenges, and others, of course, you cannot go down to these offices.
And not only that, where some of the passport offices are located, you can get parking, you can park a mile and walk.
Yeah, but hold on. What about the timing of this measure? I mean, nobody can travel anyway, because commercial flights are down. Huh?
Well, if you notice the timing of that and the timing of the bus is to tell people in the budget debate, look, we delivered on some of our promises.
Okay.
You understand?
Pure theatrics again, yes.
Yeah, normal.
All right, but.
I think
All right. Well, thank you very much, Bhavani, for your discussion with me here this morning. Our good friend, Bhavani Prasad. Anyway, tomorrow is a public holiday. We celebrate with the rest of the nation Republic Day here in Trinidad and Tobago. And let me share this with you. Trinidad and Tobago, would have became a republic on August 1st, 1976. I'm sure that many of you outside here do not know that, right? The event is celebrated as a public holiday on September 24th because this is the date when the first parliament met under the new Republican Constitution. Let's take this call on the line. Hello, good morning, and welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Mr. Governor, thanks for taking my call.
Good morning to you, Mr. Belmont.
All the listeners and callers, happy public.
Yes, well, thank you very much.
Just call to find out from you what is your views on these people only criticizing the political leader of the UNC, Ibn Arad, and all the people that just running up and down. I would like to ask you two questions. Do you feel they are in order? Being members of our organization, number one, and number two, do you feel if you could take a step down, it will improve the position for winning an election? Thank you very much.
Well, I will try my best, Mr. Belmont, to address your question. First of all, we live in a democratic country. People have a right to support whatever political party, whatever political leader they so desire. Your first question is whether these people who are raising the red flag, calling for Kamla Prasad Bisesa to step down, they have that right too. They have that right if they are members of the party. I am not a member of the party. I'm not a member of any political party. But if they, as members of the party, feel that Kamla Prasad Bisesa should step down, well, they have all that right to make such a call. On the other hand, the political leader, Kamla Prasad Bisesa, she have that right to make a decision. Her decision is this, that she is not stepping down. There is an internal election coming soon, and those people who feel that they can challenge Kamla Prasad Bisesa for the leadership of the party, well, they are free and willing to do so. But you see, in this country, especially opposition parties, they have a tendency to wash the dirty linen in public. You don't see this happening, let's say, in the People's National Movement. And some people in this country, whenever they do not get things their way, they raise red flag and they create all sort of mischief and controversies. That's my opinion. That's my opinion on this. And I won't say more on this. So, as I said, I am not a member of the United National Congress or any other political party, and I'm not going to pronounce on that. I have my own views, which I will not share with you or anyone in the public. Stay with us here, 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper. We're climbing up to the hour of 7 o'clock, just about 27 minutes here to the hour of 7. And that time check came to you to the kind courtesy of Radio 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper. Yeah, I'm telling you about Republic Trinidad and Tobago became a republic on August 1st, 1976. Yes, we celebrated it with a holiday on the 24th of September, which is tomorrow. With this, as a result of the first parliament would have met under the new Republican Constitution. The date was removed from the official calendar of holidays from 1999 to 2001 to make way for the Spiritual Baptist Shouter Liberation Day, which is celebrated on March 30th. The Republic Day holiday was reinstated in 2002. Definition of a republic: a state of nation or nation in which the supreme power rests in all the citizens entitled to vote, the electorate that is, and is exercised by representatives elected directly or indirectly by them and responsible to them. In other words, our head of state is the President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, as opposed to Her Majesty. Anyway, let's go to some commercials here this morning. Stay with us here, 975.
Kathy's Cool Spot Enterprises Limited, number 86 Pearville, opposite the TSTT Exchange in Mayaro. We specialize in all types of meats, dry goods, liqueur, beverages, ice, LPG, gas, motor oils, stationery supplies, and photocopying. We also provide rentals of tents and chairs for your every occasion. Come in and take advantage of our specials at reduced prices on liqueur, wholesale and retail. We are open every day, even on public holidays, for your convenience. TT Post services are available here at Kathy's Cool Spot Enterprises Limited of number 86 Pearville, Mayaro, where our friendly staff will be happy to serve you.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high quality unbleached bromate free all purpose and baker's flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisha Limited 665-3336 or visit us at Warrenville, Canupia. Shiklisha Limited, quality you can trust.
We shopping at Durban Supermarkets. Hey, come down. We'll value at Durban Supermarket. Shop now at Durban Supermarket. Come to Durban Supermarket. We got the best prices for your pockets. Get real value for your money. Durban Supermarket treats you like family. Nothing overpriced, it's guaranteed for sure. Save big at Durban and shop even more. Real value to Durban Supermarket. We got the best prices for your pockets. Take advantage of unbelievable deals at Durban Supermarket, number 28 Foster Road in Sangre Grande. Durban Supermarket and Investment Limited, giving you real value for your money.
Greeted in the wonderful name of Jesus. My name is Bishop Kelvin Khan from Endurance Ministry International. Our new location is in Railway Road, Londonville. You can tune into 97.5 every Sunday morning from 6 a.m. till 8. Tell your nanny and your nana, your chachi, your chacha, your grandpa, your grandma. We need to pray for our nation. God bless you. Thank you.
Praise him. Praise him.
Gosh, boy. I can't wait to be home now.
Stuck in traffic again, Hare Babri.
Well, guess what? Your day is about to get
hotter than ever in the afternoon. It's the new afternoon drive time program on U 97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. Tune in Monday to Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with yours truly, the DJ Flavia Experience. Let's make it hotter than ever in the afternoon. Great music, great info, and great vibes. Hotter than ever in the afternoon. Monday to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. on U 97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio.
Can't go anywhere to enjoy yourself? Well, join us on 97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper, Multicultural Radio, as we got your Saturdays covered. The party starts from 8 a.m. Yes, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. We got Sharon Baruch alongside DJ Vishal. 12 to 3 p.m. Captain Kendall is in full flight and will take you straight into 3 to 6 as DJ Anil will put you into the mix. Then from 6 to 9, the man DJ Sean, half man, half amazing, takes the spotlight from 6 to 9. And from 9 to 1, the man Corky D steps into the building and he will mix it up for you into the morning. Tune in, log on 975radio.com as we put you in the party mood with all of our DJs and announcers. Tell your friends, tell your family, 975radio.com.
Republic Day. On U 97.5 FM, we celebrate with you as we present One Nation, One Love, One People. It all goes down Republic Day, Thursday, 24th September 2020, from 6 a.m. to midnight. Strictly DJs, strictly local music, strictly vibes, and strictly the best. One Nation, One Love, One People. Look out! From 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., Sharon and DJ Vishal. 9 a.m. to noon, Beats Hi-Fi. 12 noon to 3 p.m., Captain Kendall. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., the DJ Flavia Experience. 6 to 9 p.m., DJ Sean. And 9 p.m. to midnight, Corky D. Log on to www.975radio.com. Check us out on Facebook at U975 Multicultural Radio. This Republic Day on U975 Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio, a member of the Rhythms Communications Network.
Yes, indeed, and thanks for staying with us here at 9:75. We're moving up to the hour of 7 o'clock, just about 20 minutes here to the hour of 7. And that time check came to you through the kind courtesy of radio 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper. Well, this morning we'll continue to look at Budget 2021 and note that this package will be presented to us, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, on the 5th of October. And for the past couple of weeks or so, I've been touching base with a number of stakeholders. I've spoken to on, I think it was on Monday afternoon. I would have had a conversation with former Planning Minister Dr. Botiwari and also to economist and banker Ved Sriram. And they would have shared their thoughts on what direction the Finance Minister should proceed in his preparation for this budget. The consensus is this, that rather than impose new taxes on the people of this country, the Finance Minister should look at widening the net, so to speak. It's a point I've been making on this program for the longest while, because there are a number of people outside there, business people. When I say business people, I'm talking about small and medium businesses who are quite delinquent indeed in not paying their taxes. And as a people, it's part of our culture to try to evade paying taxes. My contention here this morning is that the minister should take measures to ensure that all of those people who are guilty of not paying taxes, to hold them in within the loop. In that way, you can raise much needed revenue. There's also talk that maybe the finance minister could look or would look at raising VAT. VAT as it now stands is 12.5%. The minister could go up to 15% to raise again revenue. Another discussion centers around the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. I would have spoken to Kiran Singh about 2 weeks ago. Kiran Singh is the president of the Greater San Fernando Chamber, and he too would have made the point that maybe it's about time that the finance minister dip into the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. But there's only a certain sum you can take out of the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. Other than that, you need to go to Parliament to discuss this matter. So it's a headache which the finance minister is facing. There are also rumors circulating that maybe the finance minister could interfere with some of the relief programs which we now enjoy in the country. Whether he will make such a decision, well, that's another question altogether. Let's take this call on the line. Hello. All right, I'm sorry to miss your call. You need to call us back at 636-7547, 227-5739. Well, in the face of a decline in energy, in the face of falling oil prices, and also with this global pandemic, a number of businesses have started to close their doors and restructure. That's a new word being used now, restructuring. And in this vein, I'm seeing here this morning that a Canadian petrochemical giant Nutrien, formerly PCS Nitrogen, has announced the indefinite closure of one of its 4 ammonia plants in Trinidad. Now, that's not good news for us here in Trinidad and Tobago. An estimated 50 workers are expected to lose their jobs effective October 30th. This, according to a report. Quote, the suspension of operation is in response to market conditions and lower global prices for ammonia, the company said in a statement on its website yesterday. It said 2 of the ammonia plants and the associated urea facility will continue to operate at maximum capacity. So 50 people are now due to lose their job, putting further burden on the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Hello, good morning, and welcome to 97.5. Okay, I'm so sorry to miss your call, folks, but you need to call me back 636-7547, 227-5739. Note that we are also live on YouTube at RCL U975, and you can also catch us at WhatsApp at 378-4975. Well, let's look at what is happening in government's fight, the people of Trinidad and Tobago fight against COVID-19. We have crossed over 4,000 cases. Yeah, 4,000 cases. Listen to this, The Trinidad and Tobago now has 2,090 active cases of COVID-19, with 81 new cases being recorded yesterday. So, the spike continues in Trinidad and Tobago. It brings the total number of confirmed cases in this country since the start of the pandemic to 4,026. Yes, 4,026. Very frightening figures indeed. Stay with us. Let's go to a very short commercial break, and when I come back, we'll continue with 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper.
Hush, boy. I can't wait to go home and
Stuck in traffic again, Hare Babri.
Well, guess what? Your day is about to get hotter than ever in the afternoon. It's the new afternoon drive time program on U 97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. Tune in Monday to Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with yours truly, the DJ Flavia Experience. Let's make it hotter than ever in the afternoon. Great music, great info, and great vibes. Hotter than ever in the afternoon. Monday to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. on U 97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio.
Join me every Sunday for Love Vibrations from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. featuring all your favorite love songs from every decade and the most powerful quotes ever written. You can send your shout-outs. WhatsApp 378-4975, or you can simply call 636-7547, 227-5739, or go online to www.975radio.com. It's hosted by yours truly, DJ Sean, on U975 FM, Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio.
I found a love for me.
With Republic Day.
Republic Day.
On U97.5 FM, we celebrate with you as we present One Nation, One Love, One People. It all goes down Republic Day, Thursday, 24th September 2020, from 6 a.m. to midnight. Strictly DJs, strictly local music, strictly vibes, and strictly the best. One Nation, One Love, One People. Look out! From 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., Sharon and DJ Vishal. 9 a.m. to noon, Beast Hi-Fi. 12 noon to 3 p.m., Captain Kendall. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., the DJ Flavio Experience. 6 to 9 p.m., DJ Sean. And 9 p.m. to midnight, Corky D. Log on to www.975radio.com. Check us out on Facebook at U975 Multicultural Radio. This Republic Day on U975 Hotline Pepper Multicultural Radio, a member of the Rhythms Communications Network.
Yes, indeed, and welcome back to 975 FM Hot Like Pepper. Well, with me on the line now is a former minister and now current member of parliament for Couva South, Rudy Indersing, who would have also come from the Labour, who has what you call a Labour background. I want to get his thoughts on what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago, more so as it relates to crime, more so here in central Trinidad, and also the Labour environment. Good morning, and thanks for taking our call this morning, MP.
Thank you very much, pleasant good morning to you, Kenneth, and of course, to your listening audience on United.
All right. The trust and the focus for the last couple of weeks or so would be on government's fight against COVID-19, and also to the economy, in the vein that Finance Minister Coleman will present the 2021 budget on the October 5th. But it seemed to escape most people that crime in Trinidad and Tobago, more so in central Trinidad, is on the rise. And in recent times, there would have been a number of housebreaking, larceny, and what have you in the central area. You would have taken cognizance of this. Your thoughts, what's the way going forward?
Well, I mean, there's nothing new, nothing has changed. The only thing that has really changed is that the people of Trinidad and Tobago gave the government, or gave the PNM of Dr. Keith Rowley, a fresh mandate at the general elections of 2020. And this is a prime minister and a cabinet and a political party that continued to campaign between 2015 and 2020
Right.
If Cuba Police Station needs additional manpower, they need additional vehicles and so on. And I hope that in the upcoming budget, and the necessary releases from the Minister of National Security to the Commissioner of Police to provide the additional resources that is needed will be really released. When you have an allocation in terms of the level of the budget does not necessarily mean during the next financial year. It is released and it trickles down, and this is the major issue that we will have to continue to monitor.
All right, MP, the budget at 2021, certainly a headache for Finance Minister Colm Imbert. What are your expectations? And I say this to you because I would have spoken to a number of stakeholders from the industry, and they are saying that maybe the Finance Minister could look at exploring or introducing new taxation. Some are saying that he can increase VAT to 15%. Some are also saying that maybe it's about time that the Finance Minister dip into the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. Your thoughts?
Well, what we experiencing today in Trinidad and Tobago from an economic point of view is not because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The economy of Trinidad and Tobago has been mismanaged in the last 5 years, and we are reaping the outcome of the mismanagement. forthcoming budget, based on the whole, the financial hole that we have already seen from the pronouncement of the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance that there is a $15 billion deficit based on what they are saying. We can only see a worsening situation from a financial point of view as a deficit budget in this coming 2021 fiscal package. I cannot say what will be the size of the deficit, and probably to plug the hole, the government will resort to further drawdowns in the Heritage and Stabilization Fund.
Okay. MP, we have to leave it there for a while because I have to head up to the 7 o'clock hour. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and thank you very much for taking the time off to speak with us this morning. All the best to you.
Thank you very much, and have a good morning.
Yeah, that's the voice there of Member of Parliament for Cooper South, Rudy Anderson, chatting with us this morning. He touched on two issues here, the labor environment and the budget. He does not expect much coming from Finance Minister Colin Imbert in the 2021 budget package. It will be further pain on the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Stay with us here at 975 FM Hot Like Pepper as we climb up to the 7 o'clock hour.
Time has come. New 97.5. Make it your choice. Something for everyone. 975 FM. Music for you. It's all about you.
97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper, multicultural radio.
Power to the listeners.
It is now time for major news to the hour. It comes to you with the very kind compliments of Super Quality Supermarket, Sheikh Lisha Limited, the Trinidad and Tobago Newsday, and Darpan Trading Company Limited.
This is the 7 a.m. newscast on U97.5 Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. I am Nicole Dookie. Good morning. Scores of residents in La Hakita staged protests last night following the arrest of 9 persons in the area yesterday. The residents are in full support of a pyramid scheme in which many of them have invested their money. One resident claimed that the man responsible for the scheme is doing something good for the area.
This is something that I am going to support. You know why? My African young men have been in a, well, young ladies try to say, right now they are being treated as poor class people because of what? They are African people. This young man is doing something so good in the community. We haven't had any murders. Financial freedom, and he's doing it properly. You know how many people took people money, went with it, and they can't get a cent. This young man is paying. When he tell you, come for your money, sir, you are getting your money. And you can't tell me who to invest with. I choose not to go to the bank, but if I choose to put my hard-earned cash in that investment, why? Yes, great is it,
Another resident also expressed his feelings over the matter.
This one hurting me to know, boy, oh God, boy. All you go and buy the SSI gate, boy, oh God, boy. All you get the man arrest now, boy. Get the man arrest now, boy. The man feeding black people, boy, oh God. GG, this way sitting down in the office studying, boy. Susu, boy. It's Susu uni going on, boss, boy. By poor black people and people who have money investing in these things, boy. So they can get a little bread by every minute in the man back by. If you want hand, say you want hand.
A A soldier was among 9 persons who were arrested during a police raid in the area yesterday. This comes after police seized millions of dollars at a house located at Phase 1, La Hakata. A statement from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service noted that there were reports that several individuals had assembled in breach of the public health ordinance regulations. They were allegedly waiting to collect large sums of money from a pyramid scheme. Police Commissioner Gary Griffith directed the Special Operations Response Team to mount an exercise in the area. However, he said on seeing the police, the people dispersed. A search warrant was executed and the 9 detained. The Finance Intelligence Branch of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service joined the investigation. Citizens will no longer have to make the journey to the immigration office to collect their passports. However, if you wish to renew your passport, you will still have to visit one of the offices. This comes after a collaboration between the Trinidad and Tobago Postal Corporation and the immigration office. However, it will require persons purchasing a delivery envelope from Titi Post for $25. National Security Minister Stuart Young explained how the process works.
So you just hand it over to immigration when your passport is completed. Immigration puts it in. The TT Post couriers will then come and collect. Immigration will notify you that your passport has been completed and is being delivered by TT Post.
Meanwhile, Minister Young gave an update on the backlog of passports. He also noted that the time of appointments has also been improved.
I remember at the start of the pandemic, there was a lot of media attention as the backlogs, as the persons complaining about passport appointments. All of these items have been addressed. So the backlogs, they're currently 48,000 passports ready for delivery.
In some other news, petrochemical giant Nutrien has announced the indefinite closure of one of its 4 ammonia plants in Trinidad. Layoffs of 50 workers are expected effective October 30th. The suspension of operations is in response to market conditions and lower global prices for ammonia. The company made this statement on its website. Reports are that the plant in question to be closed will be PCS3. Nutrien's managing director Ian Walcott said the first adjustment will be offering a voluntary separation package for workers, which should be settled by October. Beyond that, if it becomes necessary, the company may have to look at involuntary separation. It added that the company's other 2 plants and the associated urea facility will continue to operate at maximum capacity. The other plant, PCS2, was taken offline in May due to market conditions and is expected to come back online as conditions improve. Bail in the sum of $250,000 was granted to a female police officer on charges of fraud. She appeared before Justice of the Peace Stephen Young to answer 5 fraud charges. WPC Samantha Denise Darcel Davison was last attached to the Northeastern Division. She was charged with 3 counts of uttering a forged document and 2 counts of obtaining money under false pretenses. She will next appear in court on November 6, 2020. You are listening to the 7 a.m. newscast on U97.5 Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. It's time now to take a look at regional and international developments. We begin with news in the region. Approximately 140 inmates at the Lusignan prison in Guyana have tested positive for the coronavirus. This was revealed by Minister of Home Affairs Robertson Ben at yesterday's sitting of the National Assembly. Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony announced that 120 inmates has tested positive for COVID-19. Samples from 200 inmates have been taken for the assessment. Ben said approximately 80 of the infected prisoners have been moved to another location for treatment. Work is ongoing to outfit a section of the prison to increase space. Ben added prisoners will be improved with mask and sanitization stations for frequent hand washing. Internationally, Alexei Navalny has been discharged from a Berlin hospital where he is being treated for Novichok nerve agent poisoning. The charity hospital said it is ending acute medical care because his condition had sufficiently improved. Mr. Navalny posted a picture of himself standing unaided with a message saying doctors had given him every chance of a full recovery. His team alleges that he was poisoned on the orders of President Vladimir Putin. The Kremlin strongly denies any involvement. Mr. Navalny, a Russian leading opposition activist, collapsed on a flight in Siberia on August 20th. He was later transferred to the charity hospital in the German capital. In news of the weather for the period today until tonight, Trinidad, Tobago and the remainder of the Lesser Antilles, a predominantly hot and sunny day apart from a few light showers. There is also a 40% chance of isolated thunderstorms developing during the afternoon favoring northern and western Trinidad. Night will be clear but warm with occasional showers likely towards early morning. Gusty winds and street or flash flooding are likely in areas of heavy showers or thunderstorms. Seas are slight to moderate with waves 1 meter to 1.5 meters in open waters and less than 1 meter but choppy at times in sheltered areas. The current temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. And this brings us to the end of the 7 a.m. newscast on U97.5 Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. Stay tuned for another newscast at 8 a.m. I am Nicole Dookie. Good morning.
Well, thank you very much, Nicole, for that 7 o'clock newscast. And note that you can catch Nicole again at around 8 o'clock for our major newscast at 8 a.m. Stay with us here, 975 FM Hot Like Pepper, as we continue to keep you informed and entertained on this Wednesday morning. You're with the morning program on 975. Let's go to some commercials here this morning, and when we come back, we'll continue with the second hour of today's edition of the morning program. Stay with us here.
A&S Hardware and the General Contractors Limited of 107 Bonaventure Road in Gasparillo for all your hardware materials from foundation to finish. Not forgetting all your general contracting needs. We have it all at A&S Hardware and the General Contractors Limited, located at 107 Bonaventure Road in Gasparillo. Just call Tiki Ali at 650-2180.
A&S Hardware are wholesalers and retailers of plywood, an assortment of lumber, galvanized pipe, hollow section, and steel. Customers can enjoy special prices on white pine and pitch pine doors.
We shopping at Durban Supermarket. Hey, come down. We'll value at Durban Supermarket. Shop now at Durban Supermarket. Come to Durban Supermarket. Come on down. We got the best prices for your pockets. Get real value for your money. Durban Supermarket treats you like family. Nothing overpriced, it's guaranteed for sure. Save big at Durban and shop even more. Real value to Durban Supermarket. We got the best prices for your pockets. Take advantage of unbelievable deals at Durban Supermarket, number 28 Foster Road in Sangre Grande. Durban Supermarket and Investment Limited, giving you real value for your money.
KY's Electrical Supplies Limited of Southern Main Road, Canupia, for all your plumbing and electrical supplies, water heaters, filters, and water pumps, plus all parts for Gould, Pentax, and Leo pumps. Choose from leading brands such as Cooper, Varma, BTCino, Leviton, and General Electric. Call 665-6954 for more information. KY's Electrical Supplies Limited of Southern Main Road, Canupia.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and baker's flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisha Limited 665-3336 or visit us at Warrenville, Canupia. Shiklisha Limited, quality you can trust.
Can't go anywhere to enjoy yourself? Well, join us on 97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper, Multicultural Radio, as we got your Saturdays covered. The party starts from 8 a.m. Yes! 8 a.m. to 12 noon, we got Sharon Baruch alongside DJ Vishal. 12 to 3 p.m., Captain Kendall is in full flight and will take you straight into 3 to 6 as DJ Anil will put you into the mix. Then from 6 to 9, the man DJ Sean, half man, half amazing, takes the spotlight from 6 to 9. And from 9 to 1, the man Corky D steps into the building and he will mix it up for you into the morning. Tune in, log on 975radio.com as we put you in the party mood with all of our DJs and announcers. Tell your friends, tell your family, 975radio.com.
U97.5 Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio is now on Facebook. Like us, follow and share our page. We'll be sharing the latest news, tips and much more. You can also view what's happening in our studio. Find us on YouTube and subscribe to our channel at RCL U975.
Republic Day. On U97.5 FM, we celebrate with you as we present One Nation, One Love, One People. It all goes down Republic Day, Thursday, 24th September 2020, from 6 a.m. to midnight. Strictly DJs, strictly local music, strictly vibes, and strictly the best. One Nation, One Love, One People. Look out! From 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., Sharon and DJ Vishal. 9 a.m. to noon, Beast Hi-Fi. 12 noon to 3 p.m., Captain Kendall. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., the DJ Flavio Experience. 6 to 9 p.m., DJ Sean. And 9 p.m. to midnight, Corky D. Log on to www.975radio.com. Check us out on Facebook at U975 Multicultural Radio. This Republic Day on U975 Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio, a member of the Rhythms Communications Network.
Election back and I'll die away. In short, this is what I have to say. Let us forget spites and grudges and concentrate. Come, let us sit and try to relate. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come, let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation together. Oh, yeah. Success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come, let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who going to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out day and freezing. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Yes, indeed, and thanks for staying with us here at 975. Yes, just keeping you a bit entertained on this Wednesday morning with a nation-building song. Yes, tomorrow we celebrate Republic Day here. Republic Day here in Trinidad and Tobago. But there are more serious issues in front of us. This time on the line with me is the president of the Gasparilla Tabakit Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Anil Ramjet. Let's take him live on air. Good morning, Mr. Ramjet, and thanks for taking our call this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Good morning to Francis.
All right, certainly 2 weeks before budget presentation by Finance Minister Colin Imbu. When last we spoke, you would have outlined some of the challenges which your fraternity business people in your jurisdiction are facing. What are your expectations in this budget package 2021?
Well, in the last couple of days, we heard the property tax surfacing, and something that we are very concerned. I know that the government is really looking at income. I think that one thing they should look at is if they're going to implement the property income, which I think they should not at this point in time. They should look at, especially the commercial businesses that have out there and property apply to occupancy rather than across the board. Right, something that I would like to suggest. If they are indeed going with the property tax, but I really strongly against the property tax at this point in time when businesses are at the lowest point in GTA.
So
that's one thing I would like.
Oh, okay. So in your contribution, you are saying that the property tax is something which the minister should put a hold on at this time, given the yeah. Now we're trying to create a buoyant economy, and I know that business people have been complaining, not really complaining, but have been calling on the finance minister to introduce or implement what you call a business subsidy. So because in essence, business survivability is one of the areas of concern of business people like yourself. A business subsidy. Would you support such a call?
Of course, definitely. Remember, SME is the largest employer of the government in Trinidad and Tobago. So if that sector would just fall apart, then mass employment in Trinidad and Tobago, we will fall apart to a point of no return. The minister has no choice but to stimulate the SME. The SME is really the backbone of the country, and those who understand economics don't understand that the middle class is really the strength of a country, because a dwindling middle class will really destroy economy.
All right. The Prime Minister and Finance Minister Coleman would have said quite recently that the private sector is or ought to be the driving force in any economy. Now, you and your membership, you are facing certain challenges. What would be your recommendations to the finance minister going forward to ensure that businesses keep afloat?
But definitely subsidies. What we're looking at, as I spoke last time, a number of businesses are struggling to their rent. So probably with rent subsidy, I remember wage subsidy may very well be welcome as well. For those who may not need the rent but need the wage, there's serious cash flow problems in small business and business across the board. But cash flow business, we have seen it on a daily basis. Not losing them. So in order to keep that buoyant, we really need injection from the government. We need to stimulate this. I know that things are rough. I don't know how the government plans to do it, but we really need that injection.
Now, you talk about that injection for the business sector to keep it afloat. Let's look at another area of concern. To operate, run, and govern the country, you must need what you call liquidity. Liquidity is hard to come by. We looking also to, or not really looking to, but there are rumors circulating that maybe the minister could look or will look at increased taxes, introducing new taxes, and maybe some way to raise funds that dip into the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. Share your thoughts with me on that, Mr. Ramjet.
Well, definitely we be looking into taxes, but I don't think that you could tax yourself out of some. That is definitely a no-no, in my humble opinion. Again, raising taxes will be definitely taken away from the business that are barely surviving. There are very few businesses in Trinidad that are doing well. So to go ahead and introduce taxes, even to the working class, will be a huge injustice. I don't think tax at this point in time is enough. We really need to come together and stimulate and synergize our thoughts to really get this economy going. Tax, in my opinion, is outside the question. I think the government needs to stimulate a lot of things in agriculture. Why is it that we are importing bananas? Why is it that we are importing provision? Things that we can readily grow. Those are the areas we need to look at. Agriculture.
Well, certainly agriculture is one of the thrusts of the government of the day to create a buoyant economy. But I would have spoken to former planning minister, Dr. Botiwari, who would have indicated that you need to create the right infrastructure, introduce mechanism, introduce initiatives to get this sector going. Your thoughts?
Well, definitely. But I have had this conversation with a couple of people already. I think what we should do, our foreign affairs ministry should go through our embassies, through all the world, wherever we can, introduce our product and create this market for all people. I am so much certain that once we have a market abroad, we will get this invest in agriculture and really start turning this economic wheel. right now, the agriculture sector, they're complaining about overpriced chemicals. They're not getting injection in subsidies that were supposed to be given to them. Those who suffered flooding. I was on a Zoom call with some farmers and fellas who were promising when they lost the crops and they did not get anything. The farmers are really real. And for the last team budget, you'll see that agriculture gets the least amount, which really is worrying. We need to really invest in agriculture in Trinidad and Tobago and really move forward with it. There's immediately the things that we can do. We can go on a drive to do simple things like provision and bananas and things and stop that bleed of foreign exchange that is going to the small island and really start to turn our wheels around. Why we don't be a supplier to the small island rather than be a consumer?
All right. Well, you're talking here about diversification, and for governments would come, governments would go, and we continue to talk about diversification, which is a key pillar in revenue generation, and more so to create a foreign exchange. Well, I want to move on to another issue here, and we're talking here about Petrotrin, the operation of the refinery itself. Certainly, if this comes on stream, and it's over a year now since negotiations have started with the OWTU and the government of the day, we have not heard much from that. I know that at one time you would have been associated with Petrotrin. Share your thoughts with me. How important or how relevant is this entity in creating job employment, more so for fence line communities in and around the Point of Pay area?
I think bringing the refinery online is our lifeline. I think it is a must at this point in time. I'll tell you why. If we were to bring the refinery online, the volume of foreign exchange that we are consuming and buying fuel would be that. In addition, we would produce fuel and we would sell, and we would earn foreign exchange. The level of income in terms of employment, you would immediately get about 1,000 jobs, high-paying jobs back, and that money will tell us so. Social Petrotrin affected not only the fence line communities, people from north, from Carney River, come straight down to south were affected. When I spoke to my colleagues, like San Fernando, the Greater San Fernando Chamber, and Pfizer, closure of Petrotrin affected all down there. Because you had thousands of people that were employed scattered throughout Trinidad and Tobago, and then you had contracted employees, and you had service industries that were supporting the refinery and the oil industry. It was a massive blow to Trinidad and Tobago. I think the government of the state really didn't consider far-reaching consequences of closing the refinery, and we have seen it now. I believe it is a real injection to life in Trinidad and Tobago to restart that refinery immediately. And I want to share something, Ken. Drop of oil that is lifted from the refinery. Why does that only Trinidad and Tobago not make that profit?
Well, I can answer that question for you, Mr. Ramjet. It was of management, yes?
Of course. Management was the problem. And I would tell you, I spent 18 years in Petrotrin, and even with poor management and poor decision making and poor accountability, we were still, contrary to popular belief, we were still making a profit.
Well, one of the concerns being shared by business people, and I'm sure it would be a concern of yours, is the ease of doing business in this country. We would have spoken about that quite recently. Remind us again what your position is. The ease of doing business in Trinidad and Tobago, which ought to be addressed by the finance minister.
Of course. So, I believe in 2015, the ease of doing business in Trinidad and Tobago was around 67. Over the last 60 years, it has gone to 106. Of course, the higher number means that it is more difficult to do business in Trinidad and Tobago. And that has definitely impacted. We were talking about agriculture and agro-processing. This one example, Barn Food, they even set up in 2015 or 2014 in Trinidad and Tobago to set up agro-processing and export of products. He's from St. Lucia, and I spoke to him at length a couple months ago. I said it's so difficult to do business that he had to shut down his plant, and he shipped it out last. And that is how much the ease of doing business or lack thereof can affect business and employment and foreign exchange clearing capacity around the business. And the finance minister needs to remove what bureaucracy for business people in terms of goods, clearing of goods, acquisition of goods, the bureaucracy and the title on foreign exchange for small business. There are a number of things that need to be removed so that it could breathe some life into the economy in Trinidad.
All right, well, we're talking here about a business and some of the challenges facing business people in this country. Forex is a challenge for business people because if you want to create, quote unquote, a buoyant economy, you must create the necessary infrastructure, create the necessary environment for business people to want to get involved in business. And Forex is a problem. Your thoughts?
Well, definitely. And again, we will come back to the refinery. The refinery was our largest foreign exchange good. So bringing back the refinery online would kind of immediately attend to that problem. Secondly, we cannot have the big business, and I will say it, codes and price smart and even those are foreign entities getting any amount of foreign exchange that they need, and then a small man cannot get $5,000 and $10,000 either bringing in one piece of equipment or raw materials. It is unfair, and I would like to see the Minister of Finance set aside a percentage of the foreign exchange available for small and micro enterprise so that they can have a fair share at survival.
All right, Mr. Ramjet, you operate out of the pharmaceutical industry or fraternity, so to speak. What are some of the challenges that your membership are facing in this entity, and what are some of your suggestions to the finance minister going forward in preparation of the 2021 budget?
Well, a lot of people say that it is a critical business, and they tend to feel that the pharmaceutical and the supermarket industry is doing well in this lockdown and over time. The truth and the fact is that we are all women. The thing about it is that people just do not have money to spend. Every single business is up, even the pharmaceutical industry. People just don't have money and are buying the bare necessities. In this part of the business, I would really hope that it do not touch the gap. I mean, a lot of poor people really depend on it. But again, we are suffering for supplying because a lot of our suppliers are problems for US and we not get supply for basic vitamins and stuff like that. It is posing a challenge. So those are things that they will need to address.
Do you expect, and I want you to elaborate, do you expect, where do you expect, or where are you hoping that the finance minister get revenue from, to get much needed revenue to run the affairs of Trinidad and Tobago? And I would have outlined at 3 areas. You said that taxes is not a way to go, but what are some of the measures? What are some of the measures? I spoke this morning about widening the tax net.
We need to widen. There's something called the informal economy in Trinidad. Those are the people that operate and do not need that. I heard somebody raise that. I don't think the guys who were commentating understood, but I think we may very well have to take back our VAT to 15% and then remove the VAT from the basic food items and then so it don't affect the poor people, the poor man's pocket.
But correct me if I'm wrong, basic food items non-vatable?
But I think that VAT in 2015 or 16, I believe that VAT was placed on every single thing. So it was room from 0 to 12.5%.
Okay.
Your overall bill at the grocery was now increased by 12% because most of the stuff that you would have bought for home, especially small man, would have been non-VAT before, but now you have to pay VAT. Even medication, a lot of medication, VAT was added on to.
All right, Mr. Ramjet, those in the know, stakeholders would have said that maybe the minister should look at a negative listing, that is luxury goods and so on. Do you think that's an area which the minister should look at?
It is something that the minister should look at for the luxury goods at this point in time. Honestly, it's something that we may have to do. I don't think it's the best option, but it might be the only option that we have now. We don't want to it may work. I think Singapore has done something like that. There's a model example, something that we could look at this point in time until we can catch our breath, and then we can review.
All right, Mr. Ramjet, some have called on the finance minister to bite the bullet, take decisive action, which may not be too comforting to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. But we are living in very unusual times, very challenging times indeed. Do you expect the finance minister to bite the bullet, so to speak? More so, do you think that there will be any sort of interference with these relief programs? We're talking about CPEP and URP and so on. Your thoughts?
Well, I think, I honestly, in that aspect, I don't know what to expect. We may very well have to. If he will do it, is another question. But it's not sure that I am glad I'm not in at this point in time.
Yeah, I know.
To be quite honest,
yes.
This budget is a critical. If it's not one, it's the most important budget in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. This budget can make or break our economy. I honestly, if there was at any point in time to reach into the stabilization, heritage and stabilization fund,
now is the time.
This time, and not earlier.
All right, Mr. Ramjet, I want to thank you very much for taking the time off to speak with us this morning. Always a pleasure talking to you, my friend. Be safe.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, the voice there of Anil Ramjet, who is the president of the Gasparilla Tabakita Chamber of Commerce, sharing some thoughts with us this morning as we look at budget 2021. Stay with us here, 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper. Hello, good morning, and welcome to 97.5. Good morning. And good morning to you, Chris. How are you this morning?
These private companies are very good. They are to do what the ministry is supposed to do. And then what happens? With the ministry cannot instruct the government secretary. The minister will set policy as to what is to be done. The government secretary is in charge of the ministry. The minister can't come and tell the ministry, sign that check with money. Special purposes company, they take instructions from the minister directly. So it's a case of moving the power from where it was in the hands of the people to policies established through government, to the whole structure of government all over the world, where permanent secretary handles these things, your ministries handle these things, and all. To give you an example, we look at housing for government buildings. All of that was held by Bishop Books at one time. What is the volume of money being paid for government offices in this country right now?
All right, well,
especially to people who are in government.
Well, let me just add to our conversation, Chris, and I'm glad that you raised that with me here this morning. Are you aware that the government has more than 50 state enterprises? And how many of these enterprises are profitable? How many of these enterprises are managed properly?
Executive, when the minister says do that, hire that, do that, they do it, and there is no checks and balances there. In the ministries, the permanent secretary is responsible.
So in essence, what we are saying that if we have to make adjustment, the adjustment must not only fall on the middle class or the working class. It must start from the top. You have to clean the top, make the adjustment at the top, and then let it filter down to the bottom. But because you cannot
I worked at Ministry of Books, and I'm telling you, every building, government building section, from cutting the grass to painting to repairs to everything was handled by no supervisor. The CEO, no from bottom to top. Every step of the way, checked and double checked. And I was there. This highway from, for example, highway from Chaguanas to San Fernando. That contract was given to women because the government didn't have the equipment. But the Ministry of Works was in charge of contract. The Ministry of Works engineer was in charge of contract. The Ministry of Works had the people to work with me. I was the officer in the police station, in the office between the government and the police station. When they need workers, they call the police station, tell me what they need, and I went to supervise my work.
Well,
that's what I'm talking about. All the money in this country is wasted.
And
if we cut back on the wastage of government alone, we could run this country 10 times better.
Well, that would have been my other point too. Here it is, the government is the largest employer, yes? But where are the checks and balances to ensure that the money is allocated to various agencies and entities as operated and run by the state? Where are the checks and balances? This is where you have to start from, cutting out the wastage, yes?
When you investment at government, when ministers are allowed to hire who they want to hire, not on merit, not by what somebody could do, but by your friend. And your friend do what, hey, you know, I have a girl, she have a person, give him something to come and I said, we'll pay tomorrow. What is he doing? This is how this country is being run by executive decree.
And
Statement before executive decree. And every step of the way from 1976 come back. When that constitution was changed, the constitution, it was done so that the prime minister and ministers will have everything, and we the people have no say on nothing.
all right, well, thank you very much, Chris, for your contribution here with me this morning. And no, I think it is quite unethical. It is obscene for the shakers and framers of society, decision makers, to call on the people of Trinidad and Tobago to tighten their belt. We cannot tighten our belt anymore. If there are adjustments to be made, sacrifices to be made, it must start from the top. We have to look at the wastage, the mismanagement in these state enterprises, over 50 state enterprises, who cannot account for monies allocated to them. And I throw your mind back to the many sessions with the joint with the JLSE, where people cannot account. Those who are placed in position to manage the affairs of state enterprises, they cannot account. There's no accountability, no transparency. This is where you need to start from. And COVID-19 would have presented a golden opportunity for the government of the day to look at doing things differently. We need to do things differently from now on, going forward. Stay with us here, 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper. Let's go to some commercials. When I come back, of course, I'll present today's COVID-19 feature for you. This COVID-19 feature, well, it has been presented to the kind courtesy of Barlow Engineering and Construction Services Limited. Stay with us, 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper.
KY's Electrical Supplies Limited of Southern Main Road, Canupia, for all your plumbing and electrical supplies, water heaters, filters, and water pumps, plus all parts for Gould, Pentax, and Leo pumps. Choose from leading brands such as Cooper, Varma, BTCino, Leviton, and General Electric. Call 665-6954 for more information. KY's Electrical Supplies Limited of Southern Main Road, Canupia.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and baker's flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisha Limited 665-3336 or visit us at Warrenville, Canupia. Shiklisha Limited, quality you can trust.
Gosh, boy, I can't wait to go home.
Stuck in traffic again, Hare Babri.
Well, guess what? Your day is about to get hotter than ever in the afternoon. It's the new afternoon drive time program on U 97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. Tune in Monday to Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with yours truly, the DJ Flavia Experience. Let's make it hotter than ever in the afternoon. Great music, great info, and great vibes. Hotter than ever in the afternoon. Monday to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. on U 97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio.
Can't go anywhere to enjoy yourself? Well, join us on 97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper, Multicultural Radio, as we got your Saturdays covered. The party starts from 8 a.m. Yes! 8 a.m. to 12 noon, we got Sharon Baruch alongside DJ Vishal. 12 to 3 p.m., Captain Kendall is in full flight and will take you straight into 3 to 6 as DJ Anil will put you into the mix. Then from 6 to 9, the man DJ Sean, half man, half amazing, takes the spotlight from 6 to 9. And from 9 to 1, the man Corky D steps into the building and he will mix it up for you into the morning. Tune in, log on 975radio.com as we put you in the party mood with all of our DJs and announcers. Tell your friends, tell your family, 975radio.com.
U97.5 Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio is now on Facebook. Like us, follow and share our page. We'll be sharing the latest news, tips and much more. You can also view what's happening in our studio. Find us on YouTube and subscribe to our channel at RCL U975.
It's the talk of the town. It's Talk It Talk on U975 FM Monday to Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. So join me, your host Mukesh Baburam, on a 3-hour journey guaranteed to take your stress away. Remember, Monday to Thursday right here on U975 FM.
Republic Day. On U97.5 FM, we celebrate with you as we present One Nation, One Love, One People. It all goes down Republic Day, Thursday, 24th September 2020, from 6 a.m. to midnight. Strictly DJs, strictly local music, strictly vibes, and strictly the best. One Nation, One Love, One People. Look out! From 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., Sharon and DJ Vishal. 9 a.m. to noon, Bees Hi-Fi. 12 noon to 3 p.m., Captain Kendall. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., the DJ Flavio Experience. 6 to 9 p.m., DJ Sean. And 9 p.m. to midnight, Corky D. Log on to www.975radio.com. Check us out on Facebook at U975 Multicultural Radio. This Republic Day on U975 Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio, a member of the Rhythms Communications Network.
Yes, just about 8 minutes here to the hour of 8 o'clock, and that time check came to you through the kind courtesy of Radio 975 FM Hot Like Pepper. It's a time for our COVID-19 feature, and note that this COVID-19 feature is coming to you with the compliments of Barlow Engineering and Construction Services Limited.
It's now time for your COVID-19 feature on U975 Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. It's coming to you with the kind compliments of Barlow Engineering, Construction and Maintenance Services Limited.
Your hands up close are anything but smooth. With peaks and valleys, folds and rifts, there are plenty of hiding places for a virus to stick. If you then touch your face, the virus can infect you. But there are two extraordinarily simple ways you can keep that from happening: soap and water and hand sanitizer. So, which is better? The coronavirus that causes COVID-19 is one of many viruses whose protective outer surface is made of a lipid bilayer. These lipids are pin-shaped molecules whose heads are attracted to water and tails are repulsed by it. So, in water-rich environments, lipids naturally form a shell like this, with the heads outside and the tails inside. Their shared reaction to water makes the lipids stick loosely together. This is called the hydrophobic effect. This outer structure helps the molecular machinery of the virus break through cellular membranes and hijack our cells. But it has thousands upon thousands of weak points where the right molecules could pry it apart. And this is where soap comes in. A single drop of any brand of soap contains quadrillions of molecules called amphiphiles, which resemble biological lipids. Their tails, which are similarly repulsed by water, compete for space with the lipids that make up the virus's shell. But they're just different enough to break up the regularity of the virus's membrane, making the whole thing come crashing down. Those amphiphiles then form bubbles of their own around particles including the virus's RNA and proteins. Apply water and you'll wash that whole bubble away. Hand sanitizers work less like a crowbar and more like an earthquake. When you surround a coronavirus with water, the hydrophobic effect gives the bonds within the membrane their strength. That same effect also holds the big proteins that form coronavirus's spikes in place and in the shape that enables them to infect your cells. If you dry the virus out in air, it keeps its stability, but now surround it with a high concentration of an alcohol, like the ethanol or isopropanol found in most hand sanitizers. This makes the hydrophobic effect disappear and gives the molecules room to move around. The overall effect is like removing all of the nails and mortar from a house and then hitting it with an earthquake. The cell's membrane collapses and those spike proteins crumble. In either method, the actual process of destroying the virus happens in just a second or two, but doctors recommend at least 20 seconds of hand washing because of the intricate landscape that is your hand. Soap and sanitizer need to get everywhere, including your palms, fingertips, the outsides of your hands, and between your fingers to protect you properly. And when it comes to a coronavirus outbreak, doctors recommend washing your hands with soap and water whenever possible. Even though both approaches are similarly effective at killing the virus, soap and water has two benefits. First, it washes away any dirt which could otherwise hide virus particles. But more importantly, it's simply easier to fully cover your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds. Of course, hand sanitizer is more convenient to use on the go. In the absence of a sink, use the sanitizer as thoroughly as possible and rub your hands together until they're dry. Unfortunately, there are billions of people who don't have access to clean drinking water, which is a huge problem at any time, but especially during an outbreak. Researchers and aid groups are working to provide solutions for these communities. One example is a device that uses salt, water, and a car battery to make chlorinated water that kills harmful pathogens and is safe for hand washing. So wherever possible, soap and water are recommended for a coronavirus. But does that mean it's best for every viral outbreak? Not necessarily. Many common colds are caused by rhinoviruses that have a geometric protein structure called a capsid instead of a lipid membrane. The capsid doesn't have nearly as many weak points where soap amphiphiles can pry it apart, so it takes longer for soap to be effective. However, some of its surface proteins are still vulnerable to the destabilizing effect of hand sanitizer. In this and similar cases, hand sanitizer may be more effective, especially if you then wash your hands to remove residual particles. The best way to know which to use for any given outbreak is to do what's best for all things illness related. Follow the advice of accredited medical professionals.
That was your COVID-19 feature on U975, Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. It was brought to you courtesy Balo Engineering, Construction and Maintenance Services Limited.
Time has come. U97.5. Make it your choice. Something for everyone. 975 FM. Music for you. It's all about you.
U97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper, Multicultural Radio.
Power to the listeners.
It is now time for Major News to the Hour. It comes to you with the very kind compliments of Super Quality Supermarket. Sheikh Leisure Limited, the Trinidad and Tobago Newsday, and Darpan Trading Company Limited.
This is the 8 a.m. news on U97.5 Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. I am Nicole Dookie. Good morning. Citizens will no longer have to make the journey to the immigration office to collect their passports. However, if you wish to renew your passport, you still have to visit the offices. This comes after a collaboration between the Trinidad and Tobago Postal Corporation and the Immigration Office. National Security Minister Stuart Young explained how the process works. It will require persons purchasing a delivery envelope from the TT Post for $25.
So you just hand it over to immigration when your passport is completed. Immigration puts it in. The TT Post couriers will then come and collect. Immigration will notify you that your passport has been completed and is being delivered by TT Post. I remember at the start of the pandemic, there was a lot of media attention as the backlogs, as the persons complaining about passport appointments. All of these items have been addressed. So the backlogs, they're currently 48,000 passports ready for delivery.
Hundreds of residents in La Hoqueta staged protests last night following the arrest of 9 persons in the area yesterday. The residents are in full support of a pyramid scheme in which many of them have invested their money. One resident claimed that the man responsible for the scheme is doing something good for the area.
This is something that I am going to support. You know why? My African young men have been, young ladies, I should say, right now they are being treated as fourth-class people because of what? They are African people. This young man is doing something so good in the community. We haven't had any murders. You know why I'm telling you, murders have cut down to 0. He's allowing them to have financial freedom, and he's doing it properly. You know, many people took people money, went with it, and they can't get a cent. This young man is paying. When he tell you, come for your money, sir, you are getting your money. And you can't tell me who to invest with. I choose not to go to the bank, but if I choose to put my hard-earned cash in that investment, why? Yes, create it in
Another resident also expressed his feelings on the matter.
This one hurting me to know, boy, oh God, boy. All you go and buy the SS again, boy, oh God, boy. All you get the man arrest now, boy. Get the man arrest now, boy. The man feeding black people, boy, oh God. GG, that's where you're saying down in the office studying, boy. Susu, boy. It's Susu uni going on, boss, boy. By poor black people and people who have money investing in these things, boy. So they can get a little bread by every minute in the man back by. If you want hand, say you want hand.
A soldier was among 9 persons who were arrested during a police raid in the area yesterday. This comes after police seized millions of dollars at a house located at Phase 1, La Hoqueta. A statement from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service noted that there were reports that several individuals had assembled in breach of the Public Health Ordinance regulations. They were allegedly waiting to collect large sums of money from a pyramid scheme. Police Commissioner Gary Griffith directed the Special Operations Team to mount an exercise in the area. However, he said on seeing the police, the people dispersed. A search warrant was executed and 9 were detained. A large quantity of money was also seized. The Financial Intelligence Branch of the TTPS joined the investigation. Persons using the state's agricultural lands for non-agricultural purposes will face the full brunt of the law. This is the warning from the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries. The ministry issued a release on the matter following the distribution of lease letters to 8 farmers at its head office. Speaking at a small distribution ceremony, Agriculture Minister Clarence Rambarat issued a stern warning to persons who would have received leases to use state lands for agriculture purposes but not have done so. He said those persons are in breach, that the ministry would now be moving aggressively to reclaim those land for redistribution. Rambarath said he expects to see more leases being distributed to persons throughout the country in due course. Over 1,000 persons yesterday collected LED bulbs through the Ministry of Public Utilities project. This is according to the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission. The Commission said distribution began by 11 a.m. and over 1,200 citizens picked up the items from service centers across the country. TNTech believes switching to these bulbs as well as practicing energy conservation can reduce persons' electricity bills. It reminds that there has been no increase in electricity rates since 2009 and believes that any increase in bills would have been caused by increase of energy usage. TNTech says any rate increase would fall under the purview of the Regulated Industries Commissions and be subjected to public consultations. You are listening to the 8 a.m. newscast on U97.5 Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. It's time now to take a look at regional and international developments. We begin with news in the region. Some Caribbean countries have reopened their borders to international travelers. Though COVID-19 rates vary from country to country, all have implemented strict protocols to ensure the safety of their residents and visitors. Anguilla has no active cases of COVID-19 currently. However, travel is only open to those from approved countries. Travelers will therefore have to apply for entry to see if they are eligible. A complete online passenger information and health screening questionnaire needs to be filled out, and travel authorization will be issued if your application is approved. Anyone returning to Anguilla is required to provide a negative COVID-19 PCR test conducted within 3 to 5 days prior to arrival date. Internationally, Belarus President Alexander Lukashenko, whose re-election is in a disputed poll last month, led to weeks of mass protests, has been inaugurated for a 6th term in an unannounced ceremony. State media said several hundreds of people attended the ceremony at the Palace of Independence. Witnesses said streets were sealed off as Mr. Lukashenko's motorcade raced through the city. One opposition politician compared the event to a secret thieves' meeting. Presidential inaugurations are normally publicized well in advance as major state occasions. Instead, the state news agency Belta reported on Wednesday that Alexander Lukashenko has taken office as president of Belarus. In news of the weather for the period today until tonight, Trinidad, Tobago and the remainder of the Lesser Antilles, a predominantly hot and sunny day apart from a few light showers. There is also a 40% chance of isolated thunderstorms developing during the afternoon, favoring northern western Trinidad. Night will be clear but warm with occasional showers likely towards early morning. Gusty winds and street or flash flooding are likely in areas of heavy showers or thunderstorms. Seas are slight to moderate with waves 1 meter up to 1.5 meters in open waters and less than 1 meter but chubby at times in sheltered areas. The current temperature is 26 degrees Celsius. And this brings us to the end of the 8 a.m. newscast on U97.5 Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. Stay tuned for another newscast at noon. I am Nicole Duki. Good morning.
That was Major News to the Hour, brought to you with the very kind compliments of Super Quality Supermarket, Sheikh Lisha Limited, the Trinidad and Tobago Newsday, and Darban Trading Company Limited. A&S Hardware and the General Contractors Limited of 107 Bonaventure Road in Gasparillo. For all your hardware materials from foundation to finish. Not forgetting all your general contracting needs. We have it all at A&S Hardware and General Contractors Limited, located at 107 Bonaventure Road in Gasparillo. Just call Tiki Ali at 650-2180.
You notice?
A&S Hardware are wholesalers and retailers of plywood, an assortment of lumber, galvanized pipe, hollow section, and steel. Customers can enjoy special prices on white pine and pitch pine doors.
We shopping at Durban supermarkets. Hey, come down. We'll value at Durban supermarkets. package of unbelievable deals at Durban Supermarket, number 28 Foster Road in Sangre Grande. Durban Supermarket and Investment Limited, giving you real value for your money.
KY's Electrical Supplies Limited of Southern Main Road, Canupia, for all your plumbing and electrical supplies, water heaters, filters, and water pumps, plus all parts for Gould, Pentax, and Leo pumps. Choose from leading brands such as Cooper, Varma, BTCino, Leviton, and General Electric. Call 665-6954 for more information. KY's Electrical Supplies Limited of Southern Main Road, Canupia.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and baker's flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisha Limited 665-3336 or visit us at Warrenville, Canupia. Shiklisha Limited, quality you can trust.
Gosh, boy, I can't wait to be home.
Stuck in traffic again, Hare Babri.
Well, guess what? Your day is about to get hotter than ever in the afternoon. It's the new afternoon drive time program on U 97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. Tune in Monday to Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with yours truly, the DJ Flavia Experience. Let's make it hotter than ever in the afternoon. Great music, great info, and great vibes. Hotter than ever in the afternoon. Monday to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. on U 97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio.
Can't go anywhere to enjoy yourself? Well, join us on 97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper, Multicultural Radio, as we got your Saturdays covered. The party starts from 8 a.m. Yes! 8 a.m. to 12 noon, we got Sharon Baruch alongside DJ Vishal. 12 to 3 p.m., Captain Kendall is in full flight and will take you straight into 3 to 6 as DJ Anil will put you into the mix. Then from 6 to 9, the man DJ Sean, half man, half amazing, takes the spotlight from 6 to 9. And from 9 to 1, the man Corky D steps into the building and he will mix it up for you into the morning. Tune in, log on 975radio.com as we put you in the party mood with all of our DJs and announcers. Tell your friends, tell your family, 975radio.com.
Yes, and welcome back to our morning program. We are into the third and final hour of today's edition. Well, with me on the line now is Alan Ferguson, who is the president of the Scrap Iron Dealers Association of Trinidad and Tobago. Let's take him live on air. Good morning, Mr. Ferguson, and thanks for taking our call. I know that when last we would have spoken, you would have outlined to me some of the challenges that your association is facing. More than that, to the fact that you would have been under the impression that you would have gotten some sort of preferential treatment for scrap iron from Heritage Petroleum. You want to bring us up to speed as to what is happening?
Well, what would have happened? We as the association would have put on our name for coming to the bid, and this morning would have been the site visit to go on location. We would have reached here, the first set of persons would have reached on this location this morning because we would have reached about 10 to 7, and we have now get inside after about 100 and something person. I don't know, they would just say they would not store my name, and I would have to wait outside until this time. We now reaching inside based on we make some calls and alerting people and what was going on.
No, this matter is of quite a contention to you because you would have been under the impression that your association would have been given preferential treatment from Heritage Petroleum to dispose of this scrap metal. Now, my understanding is that the matter has now gone forward. It's for public bidding. You want to share your thoughts?
Yes, it's a public bidding. I could tell you that we is down here and a few persons who we know they do scrap in this country, but we will not know everybody, and there's a lot of people here that we don't know in the scrap industry. There are a lot of persons down in this area here that we do not know.
So
the thing about it is that
I don't know why they seem to want to try to victimize the association, but we will go through everything because we know our plan and what we will do, but we know what is best for the country because we are an organization, not start off 2 years ago. We here more than 3 decades, so we know what it is good for the country, and based on what they want to do, we know it's going to cause a lot of problems and it's going to be chaos, but we have to go along with it because you see what they put in the act which to qualify us to bid for this is that we cannot take no legal action against them while attending to go through a bid. So we is in a situation that we just have to be working with them until we are lawyers and them advise us what we could do and what we can't do. But at the meantime, we have to put in our bid and see what it is. We've also put in our proposal also too and see what could be done. But at the meantime, we will go to all our members and let them know what is the situation.
Mr. Ferguson, when last we spoke, you said that you would have been prepared to meet with the Minister of Trade and Industry in this respect, Paula Gopi-Schoon. Have you met with her? And if so, what is the outcome of that meeting?
Well, we also would have sending letters to have to meet with the Prime Minister, also the Minister of Energy, also the Trade Minister. We have received no communication. But the only people who had communicated us to the Prime Minister's office, they had communicated us, but no other person had communicated us, telling us that tomorrow or next day will be the meeting, but we will still try again, and we still have hope that something will take place.
Now, you would have journeyed down to the heritage site this morning, and you are claiming to us that that you are raising some sort of suspicion that there may be something untoward in terms of a decision to give you what you call this much needed entity. Your thoughts?
Yes, as I say, everybody in this industry know my name and know everything. We had talked to them and confirmed that they get our email in reference to we attending here today. And when we come at the gate this morning, first as a person reached the gate, name was not on the list to enter the compound. We had also wait an hour outside before we could enter the compound. But as I say, what we will do as an association after we go through this here, we will have a news conference tomorrow to let Trinidad know what it is going on and what it is the situation. Because as I speak here, I am in a max to pull out, and we will look at what's going on, and then we will report to the population tomorrow for sure.
All right. How many people would be affected as a result of things not going your way? I mean, how many people would have, let's say, suffered losses if the decision does not go your way?
All right. What I could say to you is thousands of people would get affected if we do not get this material from Petrogen. Thousands of people.
All right, Mr. Ferguson, I know that you have a very busy schedule ahead of you, and I want to thank you very much for taking our call this morning, and all the best to you and your membership.
I want to also thank your station, and thank you for giving us the ear for people to hear what our plight is.
All right, thank you very much. All right, that's the voice there of Mr. Alan Ferguson, who is the president of the Scrap Iron Dealers Association. This morning, they would have journeyed down to Heritage Petroleum to see how best they can address this issue. Note that Mr. Ferguson would have argued with us sometime last week that he was under the impression that his association would have been given preferential treatment with this matter as it relates to the scrap iron from Heritage. My understanding is now that matter is now up for public bidding, so there are competition for this scrap iron. We'll keep you up to speed, up to breast as this story develops further. Let's take this call on the line. Hello, good morning, and welcome to 97.5. Good morning. Well, this is what Mr. Ferguson is claiming. Who are the people? Who are the bidders? Who are the other bidders for this scrap iron? Mm-hmm.
After that, these commissions had no say. Therefore, you had a details of this commission, they have a separate thing. Every commission, every ministry had a father. So you just proper representation on those commissions. If you have proper representation on commission, they can run, the province secretary handle that ministry. But they have appointed their own people, allow things to pass and happen in this. Everything in this country, all the resources in this country, belong to the few the state want to have it. They will decide who gets what. But you know who the what is? All of our money is what. It goes to their friends. They appoint their friends in this commission. They appoint their friends to get these contracts. And all of our people go to their friends' pockets. We have not moved from slavery. We went to the bigger slavery now.
All right, well, thank you very much for your contribution here with me this morning. And similarly, Opposition Leader Kamala Persad-Bissessor is raising the red flag as it relates to the 2021 budget. This as a result of claims she would have made about the state will now engage in what you call a fire sale. Let's take this call on the line. Hello, good morning, and welcome to 975. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Kenrick. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and morning to your radio staff.
And good.
But I was tuning out in all this this morning. I know that you got a variety. But I have a challenge here with this Clico thing, right? At the beginning, remember, I think it was the PNM wasn't poor when they ran into the first crisis. And initially they said that from 5 billion, then they went to 10 billion, then they went to 15 billion. But within that time, the government had changed hands and came back to being. And I find there's too much bungling in that. Because at the end of the day, Mr. Kenrick, just imagine the interest on that. The initial figure of $5 billion over those years, right? And even almost, I think almost 10 years now, and none of the governments are able to straighten out this thing and get that clear. Yeah, because right now, you're hearing like the government put out some assets, they held the assets, but nothing, as no financial expert was ever able to assess this thing properly and guide the government accordingly. Because what I seen is bungling that went right through, and we, the taxpayers, that money we have tied up, they will have fully holding our budget maybe twice.
You see, my friend, you see, if the population do not have trust in the shakers and framers, policymakers, they do not have trust, everything that they do will be viewed with suspicion. And I say that to you because let's look at what is happening with the Long Circular Mall and more so the Trent City Mall, where according to the finance minister, it is not for sale, but yet you want to engage in a valuation. You are not fooling no one. If you are engaging in valuation, which means to say that there's an intent to sell the asset. Now remember
Now remember, one of the challenges the government have, remember the government not in the state of like doing business, like in that way when they gave them the bailout. Now the bailout, the rationale behind it though, that had they allowed that company to crash, they were one of the employment and that company was so big and the investment was so big in the country. They affected our total economy. So that being so, yes, initially you gave the bailout, yes, but after the initial bailout and nothing was done effectively, I don't know, I mean, the management of the whole situation wasn't effective and wasn't to the best interest of Trinidad and Tobago. Because remember, we had $1 billion tied up there, remember? I wonder if the properties companies are bringing in were able to cover our initial money that we put out.
And hold on, and note that there was a commission of inquiry into this, a commission of inquiry into the operations of Clico and the Hindu Credit Union. No one has been no one has been jailed, boy.
But initially, the problem was lack of oversight by the various governments. And you can remember this company entity was so big. And I remember this fella, the company is large, it was going well. But the oversight and people desire, since he was so big then, all the entities, the various bodies that were responsible for monetizing the insurance section and different sections, we're not doing anything because they said now this fella big gets away about it, but at the end of the day, nobody expected to crash. And when it did crash, we were speaking like signal the guys in the government are lost out there. And because when you look at that point that we see at the beginning, the interest on that kind of money that's outside that we don't have used to. I mean, we need taxpayers at the sticky and at the stick. Yes. So
all right.
Let's see how it pans out. I don't know if anybody come forward, but I mean, but a lot of information is hidden from us concerning that same arrangement there, hidden to the public. And I don't know the present opposition or in government, so they have some insight into what's supposed to have been inside there, but I don't know what's going on right now. So let's see how it goes.
All right, well, I hear you, my friend, and thank you very much for your contribution here with me this morning. Now, Former Planning Minister Dr. Buturari, as he spoke to us on Monday, would have said that one of the ways or one of the measures which the Finance Minister can use to raise revenue is the selling of state assets. But that's something we're going to continue to look at. Anyway, stay with us here. 975 FM Hot Like Pepper, 25 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. And that time check came to you through the kind courtesy of Radio 975 FM Hot Like Pepper. Well, more and more people will now be put on the breadline. This has, with 12 days to go before Finance Minister Colm Imbert present his 2021 budget. We are hearing reports that Nutrien will indefinitely keep its $600,000 metric ton per annum plant shut indefinitely. Let's take this call on the line. Hello, good morning. Welcome to 975. Good morning. Hi, good morning to you, sweetheart, and how are you this morning? No, let me just inform you and the listening audience that according to the company, it is blaming the global market conditions that have seen low prices and reduced demand for ammonia. Hence the reason why the shutting down of this plant, the reason for shutting down this plant. Go ahead. All right, well, thank you very much, dear, for your contribution with us this morning. It's just about 28 minutes here past the hour of 8 o'clock. And that time check came to you through the kind courtesy of Radio 975 FM Hot Like Pepper. Let's go to the lines again. Hello, good morning. Welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
We have something called the FI unit.
Mm-hmm.
Financial Services is a unit where every bank institution, every transaction comes in that looks like there's a question, they must report it on. Whether it's a question, it could be a quite legitimate, but it doesn't have the teeth to say yes.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, if you don't own a company and showing that, okay, you have this income coming through this means, and you walk into the bank this morning with $5,000 or $10,000 they're coming with a deposit, you have to say where you're going to put the money.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you just want to deposit $5,000 and they go out. Where did you get the money from? And we have a law that says account for your wealth. So there are the institutions. As to how well these institutions are managed is the question. The question is, do we have the expertise to investigate all these reports that are sent to the FIU project finance institutions, but banks, insurance companies, and credit unions and so? We don't. And why is it that we're not saying to the Americans, hey, we need help, send the FIU to do something? Why aren't we doing that? Is it that we just establish institutions to make we get a false sense of security? When we know you could still move people as you very well want, moving money as you want, but the stupid people think that everything all right. And that's the problem here. We think everything went hunky-dory, and we're not looking beyond.
All right, Chris. All right, go ahead. Sure. No, I'm listening to you. Go ahead, Chris. All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, and I agree with you, Chris, because the point is, no one is accountable. No one has been hauled before the court. No one is stewing in jail, even though we have all of these various institutions set up and all of these legislation. Let's take this call on the line. Hello, good morning. Welcome to 975. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, a second. Hello.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here with you. Go ahead. You're live on here. Go ahead.
At this point in time, I think the government gives the country a breakdown of all the assets the government has. You see, right now, at this tight financial position here, it needs to have all the assets known. What we have, what our assets are, what our cash is, our balance sheet then. And from that balance sheet now, we might be able to get the best assistance they can. And we can have different suggestions either, but if I don't have a balance sheet like this, from these finance minister from the staff, if we don't have a balance sheet of the country of what assets we have, how we put our input into that gather you're going to have there when people that come in there do have an idea of what our balances are, what we own, where we are, what position we are. Am I got it?
All right, well, I hear you, and thank you very much for your contribution here with me this morning, folks. I need to take a commercial break at this time, and when I come back, we'll continue with our discussion. 975 FM, hot like pepper. Stay with us here.
KY's Electrical Supplies Limited of Southern Main Road, Canupia, for all your plumbing and electrical supplies, water heaters, filters and water pumps, plus all parts for Gould, Pentax and Leo pumps. Choose from leading brands such as Cooper, Varma, BTCino, Leviton and General Electric. Call 665-6954 for more information. KY's Electrical Supplies Limited of Southern Main Road, Canupia.
Republic Day. On U97.5 FM, we celebrate with you as we present One Nation, One Love, One People. It all goes down Republic Day, Thursday, 24th September 2020, from 6 a.m. to midnight. Strictly DJs, strictly local music, strictly vibes, and strictly the best. One Nation, One Love, One People. Look out! From 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., Sharon and DJ Vishal. 9 a.m. to noon, Beast Hi-Fi. 12 noon to 3 p.m., Captain Kendall. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., the DJ Flavio Experience. 6 to 9 p.m., DJ Sean. And 9 p.m. to midnight, Corky D. Log on to www.975radio.com. Check us out on Facebook at U975 Multicultural Radio. This Republic Day on U975. Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio, a member of the Rhythms Communications Network.
U97.5 Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio is now on Facebook. Like us, follow and share our page. We'll be sharing the latest news, tips and much more. You can also view what's happening in our studio. Find us on YouTube and subscribe to our channel at RCL U975.
Gosh, boy, I can't wait to go home now.
Stuck in traffic again, Hare Babri.
Well, guess what? Your day is about to get hotter than ever in the afternoon. It's the new afternoon drive time program on U97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. Tune in Monday to Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with yours truly, the DJ Flavio Experience. Let's make it hotter than ever in the afternoon. Great music, great info, and great vibes. Hotter than ever in in the afternoon. Monday to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. on U975 FM, Hot Like Pepper, Multicultural Radio.
Kathy's Cool Spot Enterprises Limited, number 86 Pearville, opposite the TSTT Exchange in Mayaro. We specialize in all types of meats, dry goods, liquor, beverages, ice, LPG, gas, motor oils, stationery supplies, and photocopying. We also provide rentals of tents and chairs for your every occasion. Come in and take advantage of our specials at reduced prices on liquor, wholesale, and retail. We are open every day, even on public holidays, for your convenience. TT Post services are available here at Kathy's Cool Spot Enterprises Limited of number 86 Pearville, Mayaro, where our friendly staff will be happy to serve you.
For quality items, visit Super Quality Supermarket of Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and Trin City Industrial Estate in Trin City, as well as Quality Cash and Carry Supermarket, Cuba Car Park, for all your grocery items, liquor, fresh fruits, and vegetables, not forgetting their bed and bath section, and kitchen appliances for your home. With so many items to choose from, take advantage of our great prices and discounts at any of our 3 locations: Trin City Industrial Estate in Trin City, Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and Cuba. For quality items, Super Quality Supermarket and Quality Cash and Carry Supermarket.
Greeted in the wonderful name of Jesus. My name is Bishop Kelvin Khan from Endurance Ministry International. Our new location is in Railway Road, Londonville. You can tune into 97.5 every Sunday morning from 6 a.m. till 8. Tell your nanny and your nana, your chachi, your chacha, your grandpa, your grandma. We need to pray for our nation. God bless you. Thank you.
Yes, indeed, and welcome back to 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper. Just let me remind you that tomorrow, well, yes, I will not be here. This as we celebrate Republic Day tomorrow, so I'll be off tomorrow. But you can log on to 975. We will keep you thoroughly entertained with some local music coming from all of our DJs here, our resident DJs at 975. So it's something you can look forward to. All local music with our DJs from 975. So I will not be with you here tomorrow. Tomorrow we celebrate Republic Day with a public holiday. And just let me remind you that, and I'm sure that some of you outside here do not know, that Trinidad and Tobago became a republic on August 1st, 1976. Are you aware of that, Shiva? 1976. That event is celebrated as a public holiday on September 24th. Why? Because this is the date when the first parliament met under the new Republican Constitution. So tomorrow, Republic Day in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, you can't go in no beach and no parks and water parks and what have you and hang out and line. Remember, you still need to observe all of the social distancing, all of the necessary protocols, washing your hands on a regular basis and wearing a mask. Because yes, the COVID-19, we would have crossed over 4,000 people. Yes, 4,000 people. That's the number of positive cases thus far. Hello, good morning, and welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Morning, Jeremy.
Hey, good morning, friend. How are you going? What's happening?
Let me wish you a Republic Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel that I still come tomorrow and it's until 9 o'clock and go. I just, you know, I'm sure the boss would have given no time and I thought of the time.
All right.
When you could take your rest, you know.
All right. Well, I see one of your favorite person, Devan Maharaj, is on the move, my friend.
Right.
Calling on opposition leader Kamala Prasad to step down after 11 defeats. Yes.
No, they shall make 12.
Mm-hmm.
She Kamala says 12.
Mm-hmm.
So they want them have it the wrong way. She have to make 12. I won doggy. The guy when you man Patra says she going for that.
No, but
she Kamala says she going for that.
no, but in response, she said that she's not stepping down. Those who want to challenge her leadership, well, then they can do so when the internal election is called. Yes?
Can you go up? If you step down now, and you step down after you reach 12, and you're still there after that time, which at that time, you will have to dead and step down. That's how I see it. You think you're getting younger, you're getting older, you're getting that power. That power, give it a rest, man. You don't pass through all the powers already. You don't do so much wrong things to the specific time that you were being there. Oh God, this is what, let you explain. And I want you to explain. Three people from us. Why she get back para that seat?
No, but hold on. Let's stay with this here for a while. The opposition leader is claiming that those people who are taking issue over her leadership, those people are really quote-unquote sour grapes because they were not given, let's say, a safe seat, or they would not be, they are not into the loop of the UNC, so to speak. So they're trying to hit back at her.
I only going at one person. The lady who talking right now named Ramona Ramdial. What's wrong with she? Why she didn't go back to Cubano?
No, but
she had done something wrong.
No, but hold on. No, but hold on. Why didn't Ramona Ramdial raise the red flag or question the leadership of the United National Congress from 2010 to from 2015 to 2020?
But you know.
Because hold on. Let me just provoke you, because Kamala Prasad would have lost the election, the 2015 election, right? So why didn't Ramona Ramdial and others, of course, call for her to step down?
She didn't get no seat.
Well, that's the point I'm making.
Yeah, but I'm also saying, if you said that she raised the red flag, now I want to know from the opposition leader, give me one instance that why Ramona Ramdial is going back in Cuba. But you put back Bali Pararat, they bring it down and they put back what we charge in Aparita. So you want to explain that to the people, because let me tell you, Ramona Ramdial looking like a real for leadership. And that is the camera picking weaklings along she who can't fight she at all. And everybody seeing that. Everybody know that. So here what? Let them fight, I don't really worry me. Because in my part, she was never a leader in my whole life, or life of what she.
All right, my friend. Well, I hear you. Anyway, according to the opposition leader, an internal election will be held, and those who feel that they want to challenge her for the leadership, well, they are free to do so. Hello, good morning. Welcome. Hello, good morning, and welcome to 975. Good morning.
Ken, you know it's laughable.
Go ahead, Chris.
These people constitution that the leader would say who they want to vote to fight the election. They never complain about that. Because you shan't pass. Yeah, put on the yellow jersey and jump up. But when you make a decision, no, you don't do that. You give her the right to do it by the constitutional party. We're making noise for now. You see, as all who talking, I will ask them one simple question. Which of the committee groups do you belong to? None. If there is not a committee group that is an impact on the member of parliament, on your leader, then what are you talking about? You're wasting time. You come like you coughing against a storm. You could cough on a storm, come people, wake up.
All right, folks, we need to take a commercial break at this time as we head up to the hour of 9. Note that at the top of the hour, you can join the Bees High Five, will take you until the hour of 12 noon today. But I have some callers here on the line. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, I don't know what went wrong there, Shiva, but I'm trying to take these callers on the line. Anyway, my apologies. You can call me back after these messages from our studio in Couva in central Trinidad.
Can't go anywhere to enjoy yourself? Well, join us on 97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper, Multicultural Radio, as we got your Saturdays covered. The party starts from 8 a.m. Yes! 8 a.m. to 12 noon, we got Sharon Baruch alongside DJ Vishal. 12 to 3 p.m., Captain Kendall is in full flight and will take you straight into 3 to 6 as DJ Anil will put you into the mix. Then from 6 to 9, the man DJ Sean, half man, half amazing, takes the spotlight from 6 to 9. And from 9 to 1, the man Corky D steps into the building and he will mix it up for you into the morning. Tune in, log on 975radio.com as we put you in the party mood with all of our DJs and announcers. Tell your friends, tell your family, 975radio.com.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and baker's flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisha Limited 665-3336 or visit us at Warrenville, Canopia. Shiklisha Limited, quality you can trust.
Gosh boy, I can't wait to be home.
Stuck in traffic again, Hare Babri.
Well, guess what? Your day is about to get hotter than ever in the afternoon. It's the new afternoon drive time program on U97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. Tune in Monday to Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with yours truly, the DJ Flavia Experience. Let's make it hotter than ever in the afternoon. Great music, great info, and great vibes. Hotter than ever in the afternoon. Monday to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. on U97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio.
For quality items, visit Super Quality Supermarket of Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and Trin City Industrial Estate in Trin City, as well as Quality Cash and Carry Supermarket, Cuba Car Park, for all your grocery items, liquor, fresh fruits, and vegetables, not forgetting their bed and bath section, and kitchen appliances for your home. With so many items to choose from, take advantage of our great prices and discounts at any of our 3 locations: Trin City Industrial Estate in Trin City, Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and Cuba. For quality items, Super Quality Supermarket and Quality Cash and Carry Supermarket.
Yes, so just about 13 minutes here to the hour of 9. Let's take this call on the line. Hello, good morning, and welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Yeah, I forget what I was going to ask you there, and you threw on me funny question. You know, so now you know I studied TTSA, trying to go football association. I studied, we have cement, we have steel, we have backhoe to dig dirt, we have everything. Why John Williams wants to Panama, the right thing to bring it here? That is right, sir. We have everything here. If we wanted a chip for it, you could have go by a hard rock and tell him what chip for it. You could have tell him he wanted, and you would have get everything. And you go on and pay US dollars in Panama, but you could have paid right here in Trinidad dollars and save money. So I wonder why. And this is why I want Wallace to put pressure on him. That I don't care what happens. And anyway, Trinidad football, when you lost say, nothing wrong, man. Right? Nothing wrong. Carry on. And the plan has set our money behind them and you can't reach with that, man.
All right, friend. Well, thank you very much. Well, it's an ongoing controversy, and I think today is the day where a decision will be made, whether there'll be any sanctions on the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association coming from FIFA. But let's hope that all that good sense prevail, and maybe we can see some light at the end of the tunnel in this ongoing controversy. And as we touch on sports, yes, well, the Indian Premier League continues today. Today's matches, well, we'll see Kolkata Knight Riders coming up against the Mumbai Indians. That game will bowl off at around 10 o'clock this morning. Kolkata Knight Riders, of course, will be showcasing our very own Sunil Narayan and, yes, Andre Russell. Should be a very exciting game indeed. And on the Mumbai Indians team, well, we've got Kyron Pollard. Let's take this caller. Hello, good morning. All right, I'm sorry to miss your call, my friend, but on that note, I need to say my final goodbye for the day and invite in the Bees Hi-Fi, who will be taking you until the hour of 12 noon with some beautiful music from our studio here in Couva. I will not be here tomorrow, but you can log on to us as we continue to keep you entertained and informed. Take care, people. I'm out of here. Before I leave, I want to present this selection for you. Stay with us. 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper.
Well, yeah. Oh, we are.